Good evening to all UPSC aspirants. Now you all know that around 175 days are there for your prelims, and your prelims 2019 will be on 2nd June. And today we intend, what is our aim is that today's session is basically to make you realize the importance of prelims test series or joining prelims test series for your success in prelims 2019. Okay, so have an idea why you need to join a prelims test series and how you have to utilize that particular prelims test series. Okay, without joining a prelims test series, it will be very difficult for you to qualify prelims 2019. Okay, so before going to discuss about the importance of prelims test series, we will have an idea about what is the cutoff marks for in the last few years. According to UPSC, I have already come up with the cutoff marks. We will have an idea about the cutoff marks so that you will be knowing that how much marks is required for you to qualify for the upcoming prelims. Okay, so if you see the cutoff marks which is published by UPSC in the 2017 prelims marks, okay, presently UPSC have not officially released the cutoff marks of 2018. It will be done only in April or May after the final result. Okay, so but we'll tell you that what from our students' performance or their result, we will tell you that what is that range. Okay, but we will see that, okay, what is the cutoff marks in 2017. The cutoff marks is for general category. I'm talking about general category, 105.34 for in paper 1, and in 2016 the cutoff marks was 116 for general category, and in 2015 it was 107.34, and before that, that is in this range 2011 to 2014. Okay, 2011 is the year which UPSC have introduced or changed the syllabus, where CSAT paper have been introduced, but from 2015 onwards CSAT paper have been made qualifying. So for us, the cutoff mark after 2014, that is from 2015 only, is relevant. Okay, so if you see the cutoff marks of 15, 16 and 17, and even the 2018, which is not officially published by UPSC, we expect that it is around 105 to 110. So if you look into the 4 year of the cutoff marks, where if you see the cutoff marks from 2015 to 2018, it is quite clear that the highest cutoff was in 2016, which is 116. So one thing we can say that in relation to the prelims score, that anyone, if you score more than 120 plus, if you score more than 120 plus in your 2019 prelims, definitely you will be writing mains. So the first thing you need to keep in mind is that if you score more than 120, so I will tell you to score more than 125. If you can score 120 or 125 plus, definitely no one can stop you from writing mains. So that is your goal. It's not about, don't think that whether you will qualify prelims or not. You just think in this way that, can I attain this score of 120 or 125, etc. More than that. If your score is, if you can attain 120 plus marks on June 2nd, 2019, definitely you will be writing mains. So today, so if you want to attain that score to qualify prelims, what all things you need to do in your coming 170 or 175 days or the rest of the days. Okay, ideally, from our experience, we can say that, okay, see, many people might have given you different guidance, but from our experience, we will tell you that prelims is quite easy, or you can score well in prelims compared to mains if your preparation level is exactly as per the UPSC requirement. And I will tell you that 6 months of hard work is required for you to clear prelims. But I told you that hard work should be relevant for means you should know the UPSC examination, you should know the pattern of the UPSC question paper, and if you prepare thoroughly according to the demand of UPSC, definitely anyone can qualify prelims. Okay, but here you need to have an idea. There are some concerns among the aspirants that how to qualify prelims. Okay, so I'll just make you one clarification that how much effort you put in. Okay, I'm just talking about majority of UPSC aspirants, majority of the UPSC aspirants, I can say that 90 or 95% of the UPSC aspirants, if you work hard, if you have covered all the syllabus, okay, approximately out of 100 questions in GS paper 1, out of 100 questions in GS paper 1, I already told you, GS paper 2, which is CSAT, is qualifying. You need to just score 33% or 66 marks for GS CSAT paper. That's sufficient, okay? And the marks of CSAT paper will not be counted for your, whether to decide whether you qualify prelims or not. Only thing you need to score in relation to CSAT is that you have to just score above 66. That's it. That's the condition. That's the reason I told you CSAT paper is qualifying. So the GS1 paper is relevant, or the GS1 paper decides your success in prelims. And I told you if you attain 120, there will be no problem at all, okay? But from our experience, we can tell you that how much hardworking you are, how much sincere you are, the number of questions, sure questions which you know in any UPSC exam will be around in this range, 50 to 60 questions, okay? Any hardworking student, after covering entire syllabus, on the day they write prelims, they'll be knowing only around in this range, 50 to 60 questions. They will be, I'm talking about those students who are prepared well. So they will be confident about 50 questions right, okay? Or 50 or 60, and depending upon your hard work, it can go up to 60 also. There will be plus or minus, but I'm just taking a general average among majority of the students, okay? So this is the limit, okay? That means that if you are prepared well, you will be surely knowing that, okay, 50 questions you can attempt, or 60 questions you can write without any problem. But there are around remaining questions, which many of you will be having difficult to answer, or you'll be confused in relation to answering those questions, okay? I will suggest that, okay, so if you know 50 to 60 questions, and if your strategy is just to attempt only those questions you know, then what will happen? You will be scoring around, see, if your strategy is to attempt only those questions you know, means, I told you that you will come, if you are a hardworking student, your range will be in this, you will be knowing only 50 questions thoroughly, or 60 questions in that range. So if you plan that, okay, I will attempt only those questions which I know, means your score will be between 100 to 120. But due to the pressure, examination pressure, you will make many silly mistakes. It is, see, try to understand that every student, every aspirant will make mistakes. And it is upon to you how, means if you can reduce the silly mistakes, there lies your success. Okay, so since inherent mistakes will be there for all the aspirants, if your strategy is to attempt only those questions which you know, means it will be very difficult for you to qualify prelims. Now here lies I will suggest you, after thorough preparation of the syllabus and after practicing previous year questions, minimum number of questions you have to attempt, minimum number. I can say there are students who attempt 90, 95, etc. But the minimum number of questions all of you have to attempt on June 2nd prelims 2019 is 80 questions. So if you score attempt less than 80 questions, then your success rate will be, it's very difficult, okay? Or if you attempt like question number like 70 or 75, then your success rate has to be very high, okay? So, but on a safer side, I will tell you that you have to attempt around 80 questions and above. Now here lies the question, okay? You will be knowing only around 50 to 60 questions, and you have to attempt around 80 questions to attain the goal of 120 plus marks. So it means that you have to learn certain technique, certain method to answer those questions which you are not sure, which you are not confident, or which you don't know. And here lies the importance of test series. And here lies the importance of standard UPSC standard test series, okay? Joining a test series doesn't make any difference in you, okay? If the test series quality or standard is not up to the UPSC standard. Okay, so when you join a test series, it should be up to UPSC standard. Now my question is, how can you judge a test series whether it is of UPSC standard or not? Here lies again the importance of seeing previous year questions. Okay, we are attaching the 2011 to 18 subject wise previous year questions. Just look into the each subject previous year questions. Then you will have an idea what is the standard of UPSC questions, and any test series which you join. You just see the pattern of the UPSC questions and the questions you are joined, the test series you have joined, then you can judge it. Okay, so if you feel that the UPSC, there are some institutions, deliberately they try to make the test series questions very difficult. That's a wrong strategy. Okay, so the test series should always follow the UPSC standard. Okay, UPSC follow a mod. See, questions all are at a different range. Okay, there are difficult questions are there, there are easy questions are there are medium type of questions are there. So at questions pattern and the difficult level also changes. Okay, so the test series which you join also have to be accordingly, that the way the UPSC asks questions. So what I am trying to say is that if you want to attempt more than or around 80 plus questions and to attain this goal of 120 plus marks, but your problem is that you know only 50 to 60 questions, it means you require constant practice. Okay, just studying alone is not sufficient. Studying the entire syllabus and practicing model questions or previous year question is not sufficient. You have to have an environment where you have to write a test, UPSC standard test regularly. That's a must. You have to write the test. What will happen is that when you write a test is that you will find your weaknesses. You will make many inherent mistakes. If your preparation level is not up to the standard, test series will show you. Each test will show you where you stand. Each test will show you which subject is your weak subject, so that you can plan accordingly. So that for that reason, since you have to attempt more number of questions and since you have to attempt those questions which you are not confident, test series will help you to learn that strategy of attempting those questions which you are not confident, which you are not sure, but making, and see, it's not only about attempting maximum number of questions, but it's also about making it correct. So if you see the UPSC, there are different methods or different strategy to do that. And if you practice UPSC previous year questions, you will know it also. Okay. And here, one of that method to answer those questions which you are not sure is to apply elimination method. So there are different elimination method is not one strategy. Okay, there are different way of eliminating the choice. Elimination method is about eliminating the choices. There are only 4 choices and one is correct. So if you know how to eliminate the 3 choices, then you will get your answer. So there are different pattern of questions are there. There are different way of eliminating each choices. So all you can learn when you join a test series. So that's the reason why I told you the importance of joining a test series. And see, I had seen many students, in our case, many students join test series, but they don't write test on time. There is no point in it, joining a test series and not writing the test. You have to join, you have to prepare, and you have to write accordingly. And then you have to evaluate how you are performing in each test paper and where you are weak, and then improve upon from the coming test. Okay. So, here again, many of you will be beginners. Okay, this session is basically intended to those students who have not joined the series and those students who are just beginners in the sense that they have just started their preparation. Okay, maybe in June or July or August or even started now. Okay, so if there will be many confusion among the students. Okay, I am just a beginner, so I have not prepared anything. So let me first complete the syllabus and then I will write the test in February or March or April. Okay, that strategy is wrong. Okay, the reason is you cannot learn your mistakes just by writing few tests. You have to write more tests. Okay, and it will be very difficult for you to rectify your mistakes. Okay, test series is also about rectifying your mistakes, knowing your weakness also. So what I suggest you is that when you join a test series, the initial test has to be capsule wise. Okay, means it should be subject wise and it should have limited. Okay, you should be in a position to prepare for each test. So the content of the topics of the initial test should be planned in such a manner that in 2-3 months in 2-3 months you can cover the entire, or 3 to 4 months you can cover the initial 2-3 months you can cover the initial or the most important topics for your prelims preparation. Okay, so so that is also, you have to see the test series schedule. Okay, how the test series schedule is, whether it is initially subject wise, and then you can plan accordingly. According to your, there will be most of the test series, they will be providing weekly test. So on every week, you have to see the schedule of the, or the topics for that particular test, and you prepare accordingly. How much, there is another problem with the students, okay. They find it very difficult to complete the topics for each test, okay. But my suggestion is that what all you can prepare, you prepare, but go and write the test. Initially your score will be low, nothing matter, doesn't matter. What matters is, see, initially if you score well and in the final stage you are not scoring well, that is a wrong way of preparation. Initially if you are not scoring well, the reason is you are just a beginner. But in the final stage, if you score well and you are scoring above the cutoff mark, definitely that will help you. You can perform well also in your coming prelims. Okay, so the schedule is very important. And then regarding your preparation, okay, I will suggest you to look into the 2000. You have an idea about the importance, the pattern, the importance UPSC gives to each subject, the pattern and the core areas by looking into the 2011 to 18 questions. Okay, so if you see the 2011 to 18 questions, the last 8-year questions of GS1, you can see that current affair as well as conventional topics, conventional subjects like economy, history, polity, geography, environment. Now recently, science and technology and international relations have become very important for you. Means UPSC is now asking questions, okay. So as a student, you need to be very thorough with all these core subjects. And you need to know from which all area you have to give more importance, okay. That will definitely help you to score well in your coming prelims. So knowing the conventional and current affair part is very important. And I will, regarding the current affair part, okay, at least you should be thorough with at least minimum 15 months current affair. That is from January 2018 to March 2019. April and May is not that important. Okay, by the time a March current affair over, by April you can expect the question paper will be, I think they will be taking only current affair up to March 2019. So I will suggest you to be thorough with current affairs from January 2018 to March 2019. So you need to be very thorough with the current affair and related conceptual topics. So each currency, many subjects current affair will be connecting to concepts also. So you need to be thorough with those concepts also, which is in news in relation to that particular current affair in each subject. Okay, so that is our suggestion. Okay, and for those students, okay, who have not who have not joined any test series, okay, you can just have a try for our test. Okay, we are providing one free test for all aspirants. You can see the standard of our questions. You can write one test. You can see our test discussion. Definitely, from our last 3 years test, we can say that our tests have maintained the UPSC standard and it has helped our students to qualify prelims. Okay, so you can also just have a try. You can, registration link is given below the video description. You can just register and you can write a free test, and it is a test on economy, and the syllabus of economy has been given to. Recently we have conducted an economy test, and you can just prepare the syllabus of that particular topic on economy topic. Basically we have asked questions from money and banking, national income and some current affair. You can prepare it and you can write our test and you can just our quality. Okay, and then what we do is, this is another very important thing. Okay, you should also know that after writing test, you should also know that how you are performing in relation. You just need to have a comparison of your performance. Okay, how you are performing in each test and whether you are improving your score in each test. So that is very important. That will help you to know where you stand, and that will help you, or that will motivate you to work more when you feel that your rank or your mark is not up to the mark. See, the week after every test will publish the rank list and the cutoff marks in our Telegram personal test series Telegram channel, so that the students will get to know that where they presently stand and how to improve. And we will always, after every test, we will give a cutoff mark for the student. Okay, this you should have scored in that particular test based on the difficultiness. Okay, each paper, test paper will be different. Okay, some paper will be very difficult, some paper will be comparatively easy. but then accordingly the cutoff will also change. Okay, so knowing where you stand is also very important, so that if you realize that okay, you are far behind, okay, you can work more, you can address your weaknesses. That will make you alert that okay, you need to give extra effort in relation to your preparation. So that's all are very important in relation to your test series preparation. And this is actually for you, especially for those students who don't know the importance of each subject and their questions being asked. Okay, I told you that for your success in prelims test, you should know the importance of each subject. Okay, if you see the subject like economy, in the last 8 years, the maximum number of questions have been asked from economy. Then subjects like history, polity, geography, environment. These, I will suggest, these 5 are the core subjects. And recently, science and technology and international relations. Okay, if you can see that science and technology and international relations questions are, there have been a continuous increase or constancy. If you see international relations, in the last 4 years, you can see that 6 questions or 5 to 6 questions continuously been asked, and international relations questions are quite easy also. Science and technology, you can see that in 2018 there are 10 questions, in 16 there are 11 questions, but in between there are 7 and 4 questions is there. But these are the subjects generally students avoid, they don't give so much of importance, but they play a very crucial role in your prelims success. Okay, but other 5 subjects, their number of questions is quite consistent. So again, the UPSC, the prelims test series which you join should give weightage accordingly based on the number of questions being asked from each subject. So just have an idea the importance of each subject, the number of questions being asked, so that you can give importance accordingly. Now regarding our test series, okay, you can join our test series at different stages, but what I will suggest you is that if you want to join, okay, we are providing test series both online and offline. Just giving you an idea about, see, the test series schedule is being set in such a manner so that any student who have started the preparation, they can plan their preparation accordingly and write the test and evaluate where they stand. Okay, so the stage 1 of our test have give importance to all the core subjects as well as current affair plus a CSAT test have been conducted. Okay, you can see that, and we are giving special importance to current affairs. So we have exclusive current affairs test, that too month-wise, and already many students, we already are going through our magazine's monthly digest, and we are sharing it, our monthly digest, in our website as well as in our Telegram channel. So those who have not joined our prelims Telegram channel, link is been given in the description. You can join, you can download our magazines. For that, it will be really helpful for your prelims preparation. We have come up with a comprehensive magazine. So based on that, our magazines, we are conducting our current affair test and then each subject wise test. Okay, so if you see the subjects, the current affair pattern, okay, you can see that in our already we have conducted it. These are the tests which are already conducted. If you are joining online, you can write the test anytime after completing the syllabus. Okay, again, we will be giving you the syllabus of each test in our Telegram channel. You can just download it and you can prepare accordingly. Okay, so just have an idea what all topics are being covered in each test. So definitely that if the syllabus for each test will be shared in our Telegram channel. We are just giving you an idea about what all things are there in our prelims test. Okay, so those who have not joined the stage 1, you can join our stage to see. In the first stage, we have the first 7 tests have given 1 round of test for 1 paper for CSAT test we have conducted, basically giving importance to mental ability, and we have given 1 exclusive current affair test and then 1 each subject, but not full test. It is, so if you see the from history, we have the first test covered only ancient history, ancient India, and economy we have covered only national income and money and banking and related current affair. From polity we have covered up till union executive. Like that, compartmentalized topic have been given to you. So those who wish, you can join accordingly. And this is the first stage. And if you have not joined, you can join our second stage. Again, same way we have given importance, but different topics have been covered from each subject. All the related information regarding the content is being shared to you. Please, you can go through it. And if there are, in the third stage, we'll be covering a comprehensive test from all test, and the date is been given to you, the test series schedule, everything we have shared in our Telegram channel, we are sharing in our video description also, you can see it. But those of you feel that you can join at a later stage, you can join in our third stage also. Now, the fourth stage, okay, this is very, very, very important. Okay, the fourth stage is very, very important for the reason being, from 17th March onwards, we will be conducting full test. There will be 10 full tests which cover the entire syllabus of paper 1 and paper 2, 10 full tests for GS1 and 10 full tests for GS2. And you can write the test and you can evaluate it. And again, so our fourth stage of our test starts from 17th March. Those who want to join it later also, you can join in the fourth stage also. Okay, and this is this is what we promise for you. Okay, any student who have joined our test series, and in our last stage of our test series, that is our fifth stage, which starts on 21st April. If you join the fifth stage also, you can join at that. In the fifth stage, we'll be having 5 full GS1 test and 5 CSAT test. And the way the last 3 years our students have performed in the last stage test, what we can say is that if you have scored 120 plus in our paper 1 in these last stage test, that is our last 5 full test paper, if you are scoring 120 plus in your paper 1 and above, you can say that I told you that 66 is required for your CSAT paper, but I will always suggest you to score high 80, 90, 100 marks, and it's quite easy also to score it. And if you are scoring 80 plus in paper 2 of our paper, the last 5 test paper, we assure you that on June 2nd, if you don't do any mistake, if you are not well on June 2nd, if you on June 2nd, with the same confidence, the way what you have done in this test to attain 120 plus marks, you go there on June 2nd, definitely you will be scoring more than 120 plus marks in your June 2nd prelims also. Okay, and I'll tell you that attaining 120 plus marks now in the present test, initial test is not that important. Attaining 100 and 110 or 120 plus marks in your last stage of your test preparation is very important. So you will get, see, initially those students who are not scoring well, no need to worry. You can plan your preparation accordingly. You make sure that in the last test, you do well. And we are so confident if you score well 120 plus marks in our last 5 tests, definitely you will be writing mains. And for those students who join our prelims test series, those students who have joined our prelims test series and who are scoring 120 plus, since we are confident that you will be writing mains, we will suggest you after prelims, you should not waste your time from June 3rd onwards, after taking a small break, but you should plan from June 3rd onwards to prepare for your mains thoroughly. We will help you. And those who perform well in these stages, after prelims or after June 2nd, you should seriously prepare for your mains, and definitely we will be there to help you in your mains preparation also. And we will give you special guidance from after the day the prelims get over, because after prelims, the way how you prepare, you know that September 30th or September end is your, September mid, means almost in the end, last week is your mains exam. So if you prepare those 100 plus days thoroughly with proper feedback and proper answer writing, definitely you can score well in your mains also. Okay, so this is what we intended to do. We just made you understand that what is the prelims test is all about, how much marks is required to qualify your prelims, as well as how to do it. So I will suggest you to join any test series. Just ensure that that test series is of UPSC standard. See the previous year question and also apply the elimination method, so 2 things are there. If you are joining a test series, okay, as the test improves, you should increase your number of questions attempting, and you should also attempt those questions which you are not knowing and find out what is wrong with you. And if you can continuously learn what is from your own mistakes and try to rectify it in your coming test, definitely scoring 120 plus will not be a problem for any one of you. Those who are hardworking, sincere and following a proper strategy, definitely for those students, success is there. So, and we are wishing you all the best for your coming prelims. Make sure that those who have not joined any test series, join a standard UPSC test series and make sure that you qualify prelims. But one warning I want to give you that just focusing only for prelims preparation is not a right strategy. On your test series, if you are scoring well in your initial test itself, those students who are scoring well in the initial test itself, I'll suggest you to parallelly give importance for your mains preparation, because preparing mains after prelims is not the right strategy. So keep this also in mind. So we wish you again a better preparation for your coming days, and definitely for those students who work hard sincerely with their correct strategy, success lies with them. All the best. Thank you.